Yo, what's up dudes and dudettes? I just made $800 in this stock. Do you also want to make 14%? Well, you know what to do. Smash that like button and subscribe, guys. Today is May 26, 2021, and I just make $800 on Lordstown Motors. So Lordstown Motors is an EV stock. First of all, why did I buy into it? Well, you know, it's a very cool name. Shout out to the company. And also, I've been watching SPAC stocks for a long while now. As we know, during 2020, there are a lot of EV stocks that went through the SPAC process. And there's a thing called the price floor for SPACs is $10. And a lot of them are trading under $10. So as a rational investor, you would be like, bro, we gotta have some arbitrage situation here. Because if the price floor is $10 and then everything trading under $10, that means whatever the wiggle room is between $10 and the SPAC price right now is our profit margin. But a lot of times it doesn't work that way, but you know, logistically speaking, it does. So as I was, doing my stock research over the past 2 days, I came across an RID, which it's a very catchy phrase for an EV company because, ride or die, and this is their sticker. So what happens is if you look at the candlestick right here, so this is today on the 26th, and then this is the 25th, and on the 24th, their price is about in here. And then if you look at the candlesticks, the highest, the local maximum of this stock right now is 11.45, which is above the price floor. And around this mark, it drops lower than the price floor. And then on this one single day, the lowest price is around $9.7. So when you see this 10 candle formation, you know that there is a correction on the way. But because the general market is going up, that means there's going to be more cash flow flowing up. So my average bought-in price was around $8.53, and I sold it at around 9.78 and 9.69. The reason why I didn't sell everything at the same price is because I usually set up limited orders on the day that I want to sell the stock. And before I want to sell the stock, the night before that day, what I would do is I would do a lot of calculations, a bunch of geeky Asian math things about what are some selling points that I would anticipate. And then at first my selling points are around 9.62, but then when I look at the momentum of the stock when the market opens, I realize, oh my god, it's gonna go up. So then I reset at the point to 9.69, dumped some shares, and around 9.78 I saw some resistance, and probably my logic is it's probably going to go up to 9.8, but really is it going to push the 9.81 point? Probably not. Let's play this safe. So I sold it at most of the shares at 9.78. So in total, I gained about 14.05%. So if you round it up, that's about $800 using around $3,000, a little bit more than that. So that's a pretty good trade, right? So what are some logic behind the reason why I bought it at around that price and I sold it around that price? Well, one of the reasons is I'm a swing trader and day trader. Usually when I see a huge upside or a huge downside in a short period of time, I just exit. Another reason is, as you all know, dudes and dudettes, our channel is going to put up a video about oil prices and what you need to look for in terms of the future of oil price in the next 2 months or 1 month before, or even just super close when OPEC is going to have a meeting on June 1st and it's going to discuss the production story of oil. And while we're doing oil research, we realized that everybody's facing inflation problems, especially for EV companies. For example, on Ride or Workhorse or any of the EV companies, even Tesla is facing inflation problems. What we don't realize is no matter what we use to produce, there's always going to be an oil tag on it. And the oil price has been steadily increasing for the past 3 months, which means everything is more expensive. It's more expensive for you to take on a date to, say, Maggiano's, and by the way, they're not sponsoring us. Or you want to buy some flowers for your date, and because the flowers are produced from, say, 20 miles away, they need to drive their car to deliver the flowers. So every unit cost of any commodities on the street is going to increase. And what do you need to produce a car? A bunch of iron and even lithium. And those prices will go up because they're naturally not sourced nearby, right? So here are the 3 reasons I bought it. First of all, inflation goes up. That means the price of production goes up, then that means the overall cost for the company goes up. So what does that mean? That means as a EV company right here, well, as you know, SPAC companies aren't exactly growth companies per se. They're more functioning as a startup. So they have a fixed or variable burn rate, and then they either can burn those money fast or burn it slow. When it burns it fast, that means they need to raise additional capital. So in this inflation example, that means when I know that inflation would cause production costs to go up, that means this EV company has to somehow tell their investors, guys, because the inflation problems, we can't produce it as much. Or B, they can say, because of the inflation, our burn rate is going up, so we need more money. So as an average investor, when you hear a public company saying, oh my God, we're cutting our production, or oh my God, the cost is going through the roof, what am I supposed to do? Oh my God, the apocalypse is coming! So what you do? You will dump, right? So this is why I bought it around here, when I know that most investors is gonna dump. But how much is it gonna dump? And how much is gonna affect the price? Is it gonna be 5%, 10%? I mean, it really depends on the day and what the God says, right? If you believe in God. But at this point, like on that particular day, I think I just got semi-lucky on that day, because at the evening of this day, which is I think is on the 24th or on the 23rd, in the aftermarket, when the company CEO came out and say, oh my God guys, we're cutting production so we can't deliver this much of trucks, and everybody's like, oh my God, let's just sell it up aftermarket. So in aftermarket, they just went down by 10%. So as a speculator, what did I do? I bought in at that point, one of the lowest point, and then it would average out my price at this price, and then just happened this morning, everybody's like, oh my God, the 10% drop does not ever really justify what was going on here. So in this morning, when I see, oh my God, like the price is going up like more than 10%, as a swing and day trader, I will just exit. So for those of you who are wondering what are my second and third reason, the second reason is because we did in-depth analysis on the candlestick chart, and the candlestick chart indicated that it would be a very good buying point. And for those of you who want our channel to explain more about candlestick charts and put up maybe in-depth tutorials or in-depth instructions of how to read them, leave a comment below, and maybe in the near future we're gonna make those videos. But for those of you who don't really care about the nitty-gritty and the nerdy stuff, here are the third reason. So another reason would be, as we know, EV is going to be the future, because oil eventually is going to run out. So as a average investor or other investor, institutional investors, if you see a huge drop, a price drop in any of the EV stocks, you would actually buy into it. Because for them, it's a 5-year and 10-year investment. For us, or for me right now, it would be like a 1 or 2 day investment. I make a quick profit of $800, I'm done with it. But for those guys, it's a long-term battle, right? It's like you're committed to a relationship for like 5 or 6 years and you could get married. For those guys, it's a marriage proposal. For me, it's maybe just a summer fling, you see? So why did I sell it today? Well, first of all, as a day/swing trader, liquidity is everything. So if I've already seen that I've made 14% on one stock, why wouldn't I sell it? Because I would free up about more than $3,000 in cash. I can buy in other things and do similar trades like this, right? It's like you've already had a great time with your summer fling, and then you're only staying in Greece for a month. Why would you think that that's going to be your long-term girlfriend? It doesn't work like that, guys. So yeah, that's the reason why I sold it today. Disclaimer: do's and do-dads. Everything we talk about on this channel is our personal opinion, and it's not investment advice, okay guys? It's only for entertainment purposes only. His name is Lord Storm Motors.
Lordstown.
Lord,